Hello everybody, it's Bobby K. If you're wondering why there's zip ties and stuff and glitter on my floor, it's because I just did that snowman unboxing, and then there's stuff over here. I'll probably blur that because that's a shipping label that I took the knife and I went like that on it. But I know most of you probably viewing this video are just people searching this up on YouTube and finding this video to fix these necklace lights. So, let's get right on to it. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is, so these are two different kinds actually. This is the most common kind you'll find, which is the round one. This one, it does not work anymore. There are no, well, I don't know, but they just, yeah, they don't light up anymore. Then there's this kind. And these do work, but they're very dim. You can see them more on camera. I'm going to replace the batteries in them just because anyway. So, I'm going to start off with this one since it is the more common version, but I will leave a timestamp. I'm pretty sure I know how to do that. Never done it before, but I will leave a little timestamp so you can skip to it to where the other version will come in, so you can just skip to that. Okay, here we go. So, first thing you want to do is you want to unscrew both of these screws with your little tiny screwdriver. Okay, so I have both of the screws out, and once they're out, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to take off this cover. So there, you'll just have your button cell batteries. I'd recommend putting this one. I'm pretty sure it does. No, it does not have the button. But what you're going to want to do is just drop those little screws in there so you don't lose them. So what this is, so the button actually does come out. See, there is focusing now. But you're just going to keep it in because you don't want to misplace it. So basically what it does is when this button is pressed, this sensor here is touched and it triggers the lights to go on. So what you're going to do is you're going to be very careful here, and you're going to push these button cell batteries out with a little tiny screwdriver from around like this side, or you could probably use your finger. But I am just going to use the screwdriver off camera. So, I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I got the batteries out, and now I'm going to put some of these in there off camera. Just put it in basically the same way you took them out. Just push it in there with your thumb. Or, well, probably thumb. I mean, finger of choice, basically. But, yeah. Before I came back and put the batteries in, I just wanted to add that it doesn't really matter exactly what type of battery you're using, if it's the exact same or not. If it's not like the same voltage, it doesn't really matter. I mean, these lights basically like only cost like $1 anyway, so you're not really losing that much. So I did get those batteries in there, and then after that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out the little button. If you want to test to see that it works, place it right about there above the sensor, and then press it, and the lights should light up. And they are. So we successfully replaced the batteries. Now we just got to put it back together. So first, what you're going to want to do, first step to putting it back together, is you want to press this button until the lights go off. Then what you're going to want to do, probably just slip the button back in its little casing, and then just bring it over here, put it, so basically I guess flip this way take out the screws. I just left them there. Hopefully I'll be able to find them after again. This little piece you should just be able to push back in. So that shouldn't be a huge difficulty. But since you should probably close this in with these to start with, I will do this off camera. So you should get that in there to where it sits in there perfectly. And it should be perfect. Just place that piece back on top and screw them back in. But make sure that that piece is back in the other side. Once you get this far before you have screwed it back in, you should probably press the button just to make sure they're still working. And if they are, then you can go ahead and put the screws back in. But I am going to try and attempt to do this on camera, but you should be able to just snap that piece in and it should stay. Yeah, you can. So don't be too worried if you forget to put that in as you're putting it back together. Just like that, you have working necklace lights again. Now, moving on to the second one. Even though I've never opened this kind before, I am assuming that it'll be pretty easy. I'm assuming that I just need to take out that one little tiny screw right there. So, I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, I got the screw out. Now, I gotta kind of take that open. Hold on, let me try and do this. Oh God, hold on, let me try this off camera. It's giving me a problem since I only have one hand when I'm doing it on camera. So what was holding it was these two pegs. They go over here, so just be careful when you take that out. So over here, as you can see, these are the very, very, very thin type of batteries, which I actually do not have right now. You can get them at like a hardware store, I bet. Basically anywhere you can get these. Also, don't try to take the wire on this one out, because it does look like it's glued in. So I don't know if these are replaceable, but we can always try. I'm going to at least try to get the batteries out and maybe try to replace them with the ones that I have. Like I said, it doesn't really matter if it's the correct size or the correct type. It just needs to basically be, it just basically needs to fit, is basically what I'm trying to say. When I was little, I literally took a Hess truck, and those things are supposed to take, like, C batteries. I somehow put AA's in it. I opened it up several years later, and the batteries were hot. They were filled with, like, battery acid. But the truck worked. It worked. Okay, so the bottom one gave me a bit of a fuss coming out, but it was fine in the end. And if you do need to, this back part is not glued down, so you can lift it up a bit if it will help you. Now I'm going to try to jam that LR44 inside of this. It's not focusing good, but who cares? Okay, so I know you can't see it really well, but you do not try to jam other, like, big batteries. If they don't fit when you first try, don't force it, because I just took that out and gave up. And now it keeps getting hot. And yes, I have had times where these kinds of batteries have exploded on me before, and now I'm scared. I'm just gonna kind of walk away. Maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna put the old batteries back in, since it did work before. Okay, I basically just took the batteries out and put it back in, and it works like it did before. But, now, just gotta put the battery cover back on, just like I did with the last one. Just put it on and screw it in. I'm not gonna really do it on camera. Make sure this little knotted end is in over here when you do that, because unlike the other one, it will not just snap on. Remember that. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera. And that is how you change the batteries in these lights. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope this helped you. If there are any other types of ones that you didn't see me change in this video, please contact me and tell me where to get them, and I may or may not do a video covering that, depending on how many there are that I missed. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.